Hello guys, welcome to the channel. I know you might be finding it difficult when it comes to navigating on ByBit for the first time, or maybe you are trying to trade cryptocurrency for the first time and you don't know how to make use of ByBit. Well, welcome to this video. In this video, I'm going to put you through how to go ahead and trade ByBit on the mobile app. Alright, this is a complete guide. Alright, so make sure you watch this video to the end. In this video, we're going to talk about all features on ByBit. ByBit, you can actually go ahead and deposit Bitcoin or deposit any cryptocurrency in your account. You can also go ahead and withdraw. You can also go ahead and trade and do a lot of things with ByBit. Alright, so let's dive straight into today's video. So the first thing we're going to talk about is how to deposit on ByBit. So basically, they have three methods you can actually deposit on ByBit. And the first method is more of like transferring cryptocurrency from another wallet into your wallet. And how do you do that? You click on this deposit button there, then you search for the particular asset you want to deposit. Let's say in my own asset, I want to deposit USDC. I'll click on USDT, then click on the USDT for the first one, then click on the Tether USDT. Then what you're going to see right here, it's going to generate a wallet address for you. All right, it generates a wallet address for you, so you can actually go ahead and change or select the network you wish to get cryptocurrency into your account. All right, and different wallets have different transaction fees. All right, so I think the lowest one is I think TRC20, because most of the time I make use of TRC20. So you want to make use of TRC20, and TRC20 is common, but you can actually go ahead and deposit USDT into your account based on any network, all right, of your choice. All right, so the next method I'm going to show you is how to go ahead and buy how to buy using the buy option. That is more like buying with your credit card or your debit card, and also how to make use of the P2P section. All right, so if you click on the one-click buy, the one-click buy is going to allow you buy cryptocurrency instantly. All right, so all you just have to do is to put in the amount you want to buy. So let's say I want to buy 13,000 naira worth of Bitcoin. I put that in, I click on next, and currently, since I'm in Nigeria, it's actually recommending that I make use of bank transfer instead. All right, so all I just have to do is to make use of bank transfer by clicking on the buy with NGN. All right, so that's it. And let's talk about the next payment method. The next payment method is P2P section, and P2P section is more like peer-to-peer. All right, so they're going to pair you with another person. As you can see, there are so many traders on ByBit, so it means you can actually go and buy from any of these traders on ByBit. For example, let me say I want to buy from this trader. You just have to click on buy, and the next thing I'll do is to put in the amount I want to buy from this user. I'll just say, for example, 2,000 naira worth of USDT. Then I click on buy, and it's going to generate me a wallet address, or it's going to give me the person's bank accounts. As you can see right here, this person is actually making use of bank transfer. As you can see right, it's a bank transfer. So they're going to give me the person's bank account details, and I'm going to transfer money into that person's account. But make sure that when you're sending cryptocurrency into that, or when you're sending the amount of that money into that person's account, make sure you don't use the word crypto, all right, in that particular description for when you're sending that money. All right, so you don't get your account blocked and also get the person's account blocked. All right, so the next thing we're going to talk about is you can also use the fiat deposit, like depositing USD, naira, naira, euro, and likes. You can also use the fiat deposit if you are also in other country like US and the likes. All right, you click on the fiat, but currently the fiat is not accessible on ByBit right now, as you can see, so I'm going to ignore that. All right, so the next thing I'm going to show you is making use of your assets. You need to understand your assets. All right, so I know this might look a little bit overwhelming for the first time. So if you click on the asset section, you're going to see different accounts. You have accounts for funding, for sports, derivative, and copy trading. All right, so I'm going to explain everything in a minute. Funding wallet is more of like when you buy from the P2P section, or when you buy with your credit card. Those cryptos you bought are going to be available on the funding section. Then for the sports section is more of like where you go ahead and buy or trade cryptocurrency, more of like when you want to buy Bitcoin for the first time, or where you want to buy USDT, or where you want to buy other currencies. All right, like you want to buy other currencies, so you make use of the sports section. And then the derivative is more of like an advanced method for you to go ahead and make money in the crypto space, more of like when it comes to ByBit futures, ByBit margin, and the likes. All right, so those are advanced method for you to make money from cryptocurrency, and I'm also going to try as much as possible to explain this later towards the end of this video. Right, so make sure you stay to the end of the video if you want to find out how to go ahead and make use of the derivative section. All right, and the end section has to do with more of like when you are making use of when you when you stake on ByBit and where you lend on ByBit. So that's where you're going to earn your yeah, but that's the account you can use for those particular kind of trading on ByBit. And for the copy trading is more of like you're copying a particular user on, you can copy a particular user on sports trading, you can copy a particular user on a derivative trading section, then you'll be able to make money from it. So all these methods, you can see you can make money from all these methods except from the funding section, right? Because the funding section is more of like a way for you to fund your account. So let's just get started with the sports section, right? So if you click on the sports section, you notice that you can actually deposit any cryptocurrency, all right? Or sorry, you can actually trade any cryptocurrency. So let me say, for example, I want to go ahead and buy Bitcoin. I just have to click on Bitcoin, and if you notice, you'll notice that on the trade section we have all this. We have all these trading pairs. We have BTC USDT, we have BTC USDC, BTC DAI. So since we have USDT in our account, for example, we'll click on the BTC USDT, click on it. So the next thing we're going to see is we're going to see all these things. This might look a little bit overwhelming, but it's very easy for you to navigate, and I'm going to explain every single thing right now in this video, right? So the first thing you want to understand is basically there are different triggers, market triggers. All right, I'm going to explain that in a minute, but let's talk about this buy and sell. For this, when you're actually buying on ByBit, when you're buying on ByBit, you want to look at this price on the green section, and with this color code green, you can actually know that yes, this is the price for ByBit. You look at this price. This is the price people are actually buying Bitcoin. All right, and this sell section is for the red section. And how do you know the right price? Basically, the lowest price is always at the bottom and the highest price is always at the top. All right, so the price is always running up and down, up and down, up and down. All right, so the next thing we want to talk about is this limits. So if you click on it, we have limits and markets, we have TPL, we have conditionals. All right, so limit markets or limit triggers has to do it more of like buying cryptocurrency at a particular price. So if you want to buy cryptocurrency at 14, let's say 14,914. all right, so this is more like a trigger. Okay, so once to trigger it, once Bitcoin drop to that price, we'll be able to buy Bitcoin at that particular price. All right, but for the market option, it has to do with you buying Bitcoin right on that price. All right, buying Bitcoin right on that price, right? So let me say, for example, if the market is selling at this particular price, 24,991.4, right, it means you're going to buy Bitcoin at that particular price. All right, so most of the time people make use of limits so they can actually buy Bitcoin when the price is very low. All right, so that's the two difference between the limits and the market. Then the TPL is more like setting a stop loss and setting a take profit and stop loss. All right, so same thing applies for the sell. Just same thing applies for the sell. You can also do that. All right, so the next thing we want to look at is let's look at the end section real quick. So if you take a look at the end, you notice that we have the ByBit savings. That's if you are saving money with the ByBit, right? So you can see ByBit is packed with lots of features. And if you take a look, you also notice that we have liquidity mining, we have dual assets, we have Shark, we have launch pool, we have DeFi pool. So if you click on the Byte saving, you'll be able to save. It's more like save or stake. Let's take that stake. You can stake any particular assets on ByBit. All right, and once you stake that particular asset, maybe for a year, then you're going to get interest. So it's more like your regular bank account where you save money and you get interest every single month or every single year. All right, so it's very easy. Once you have an asset. If you are trying to find it difficult to get an asset there, what you just need to do is to come to the home section, then you click on more. Then you click on ByBit savings. Then you'll be able to see coins on this section. All right, so you can see this is where you can actually go ahead and get coins that you are going to stake on. All right, so you can stake on any of these coins right here. So you can see if you scroll down, you notice their APY. APY is more like their interest, the interest you get from any of these coins that you stake. All right, so if I stake USDT, if I stake USDT for 30 days, I might get this. This is APY. This is 60 days. This is flexible. So you can actually select any of these ones. All right, so that's it. And you can see we have so many features on ByBit. And yes guys, we come to the copy trading. Like I said, the copy trading section, this is your account trading, your copy trading account. This is where you can actually go ahead and copy any trader. All right, so on the home section, if you click on copy trading, you notice you can either copy, you can become a trader. That's if you're a pro, but since this is a beginner's guide, I expect that you're a beginner. All right, so if you come to the copy trading section, you're going to notice that you can actually copy trade from other traders. And as you can see right here, there are so many traders. All, and when it comes to copy trading, in one thing you need to note is the person's ROIO. All right, no, sorry, ROI, that is return on investment. Is if this is green means the person is making profits, red means the person is not in profits. All right, so you want to try as much as possible to follow those that are in profit. So for example, let's say this particular person, I'll follow this person with the name. I'll click on him. All right, so as you can see right here, this is this person's trading section. So with this, you can actually get more informed. You can make more informed decision if you want to go ahead and trade with this particular trader. All right, it's very easy on the spot market. It's very easy. You don't have much things to do. All you just have to do is follow the particular assets you want to follow. Then you start making money. You don't need to set stop profit. Let's say for example, I like this trader. I can go ahead and follow him, so I can get to see all his trades. So the next thing I'll just do is to input the amount of USDT. I don't need to see all the steps, so I'll just click on this funds to copy. So I'll just click on, I'll say $10. I can say $10. So right now I don't have any amount of USDT in my account. That's why it's saying insufficient balance. So for this, it says copy trading stop loss. You don't need to set stop loss if you are trading the futures. If you are trading if you are trading the copy section, copy trading section, you just need to ignore that. Sorry, Drew. I'll just, you can click on, you can see this is smart copy, we have advanced copy, so many things, all right, on it. So you can see right here, if you notice, this is derivative, this is from derivative account. So you need to change from derivative accounts to sports account. So if you change it to sports accounts, you don't need to set stop loss. All right, you don't need to set any stop loss because you are buying that particular asset. So remember, like I said, sports account is more of like you buying a particular currency. So if that currency is in profit, you make money. If that currency is in loss, or let me say is against the market, then you're not going to make money. All right, so you don't need to set any stop loss for it. But in the case of derivative, you want to go ahead and set stop loss because you trade the markets when the price is actually moving up and when the price is dropping down. So you can actually make money both ways. So let me say if you trade, let's go ahead and talk about derivative right now, right? So if I click on the derivative section on this home screen, you are going to see this. All right, you're going to see this is what it looks like. All right, this is what it looks like. So let's quickly talk about this information on the screen before we go ahead and talk about the whole chart section. All right, so as you can see right here, we have same things like we do on the spot section. We have the limit, we have the market, we have the order price, we have your quantity, you have your stop loss. You can set your stop loss. Stop loss is lot of like take profit. Basically what you want to do is, so I'll explain take profit and stop loss. But take profit has to do with taking a profit when the trade hits that particular point in which you want, and stop loss is when the trade is going against you and you want to as much as possible to take your loss as early as possible before you lose your whole, or before you get liquidated. All right, so you click on buy long. So if you notice here on the derivative section, you also have buy and also sell. Don't let the long and short confuse you. Short has to do with you selling, long has to do with you buying. All right, so when you see a trader saying they're actually going long, it means they are actually going to buy, and when you see a trader saying that they are going to short, then it means they are actually going to sell. All right, so as you can see right here, same thing applies to the green prices that you're seeing here and the red prices you're seeing here. All right, so and if you notice on derivative section, we have what we call leverage. All right, so leverage is more of like a way for you to go ahead and invest more money or get more money to trade on a particular asset. And we have two type of derivatives. All right, so we have the isolated leverage and cross leverage. So the cross leverage is more of like once you make use of cross leverage, this is going to be across all your positions. All right, all your positions. And for the isolated, this is more of like you're using this particular leverage for for only this pair, all right, for only this pair, that is just BTC USDT. All right, so you want to go ahead and select the one that suits you, but most traders, they make use of isolated because they don't want their current margin to affect the next trade. All right, so so I'll just click on save, then I'll click on prompt, sorry, click on do, then click on this, then that's all. So boom, so I've been able to enable my isolated place. So then the next thing you want to note is you put in those things. You can actually go ahead and say, let's say for example, I want to, I can input, I can drag this to select any amount I want. So since I don't have any amount of BTC or USDT in my account, I think this is not necessary, right? So once you've placed the trade, you're going to see them right here in this section that says no available data right now, right? So you're going to see them right here. So now let's talk about other things. So if you click on this chart icon right here, click on this chart icon. If you click on this chart, you're going to enter the chart section, all right, of this trade. But before that, if you notice, we have different options. We have this USDT prep, USDT prep, inverse, and options. So these are other ways for you to trade. You can actually select anyone. So USDT prep or perpetual has to do with you trading the market with USDT, all right. And if you want to pay back the loan you've collected in trading other assets, then you pay back with USDT. Then same thing applies to USDC. USDT and USDT are more like stable coins on the crypto space, all right. Then the inverse section, it's more of like you'll be using the BTC against that, all right. So that's how it works, all right. So let's just stay, for as a beginner, you want to stay on the USDT perpetual, and most people you make use of the USDT perpetual, right? So it just depends on what suits you, all right? So if you click on this chart icon, so by click on this chart icon real quick, you're going to see this chart is going to come up, and this is what the chart actually looks like, all right? So there are different ways you can actually present your charts. You can present your charts using this bar you're actually seeing right here, and you can also present your chart using the line. I'm going to show you how to do that. So to do that, you can it's really easy. So if you click on, all right, so let me quickly look for that, since I'm actually using the mobile version. So right now I'm trying to see how I can get that. Okay, so I can't find that. I can't find that right now, right? So I think I can't find that right now, right? But you can actually display your charts in line and also make use of other ones, all right? So if I think if I click on trading preference, I'm going to see the options to do that, all right? So you can see position. Okay, this is position mode. Okay, I don't know this, all right? All right, so I think we just have this, just only this chart, this bar I think for the mobile view, right? For the desktop views, it's a little bit different, all right? You can change it to the line and all. Yeah, so as you can see, this bar chart gives you more information when it comes to trading on derivatives. So you definitely want to make sure you're using this bar. So you want to ignore the ones that has to do with line. Line is useless unless you want to go ahead and risk losing your money, right? So you want to always make sure you are on the bar section, right? So this bar section is going to give you more information that you need. You can actually set a price movement. This is a new candlestick. Right here, and it's still growing, and this is more like 15 minutes candlestick. So in the next 15 minutes, so I think if we spend more 15 minutes on this video, you're going to see this candlestick get full and go to the next candlestick, all right? So we don't want to look at this for I can't stay throughout the video for such amount of time, so we just ignore that, all right? So with this you can actually set other things. You can also use this in making your research to know if you are going to invest on BTC USDT, all right? So and if you click here, you can also make use of the calculator. There is this calculator that you can use in calculating your margin, and if you're going to make profit, or if you actually use this particular position. Let's say, for example, I make use of 1x leverage and I'm trading 0.001, then it's going to give me the amount in USDT basically, right? So let's say, for example, it's what 200 USDT, then close position. Okay, on entry position, let's say this, then this, let's say close position when it, okay, let's say this. So you can see, so it's going to give you calculate everything that you're going to get, right? So if you say your initial margin is 0.1 and your profit, you see I'm in loss because of my I'm closing my entry at $80 when I have entry of $100. So I'm going to change that. Let's change that to, I think that's $200. You notice it's going to change to green. All right, so you can see. So you want to make sure that when you are closing your particular trade is always higher than the normal entry point. All right, so let's say for example I'm trading at this. I trade at this particular section right now, and if I trade at this section, this is my opening point, and I trade that Bitcoin is going to increase to this level. All right, let's say Bitcoin is going to increase to this level. So if at the end of the day, if since I'm in this level, I'm trading from this level, then I'm expected that Bitcoin should hit this level, and at the end of the day, Bitcoin comes to this level, let's say down to this level, it means I've lost. All right, so I'm going to be in loss. So that's example of what I'm talking about. All right, so you can actually get more in-depth videos concerning when it comes to trading derivatives. And if you're enjoying this tutorial so far, kindly subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and also don't forget to leave a like on this video. And yes guys, if you want me to make a video concerning trading on the derivative section, then you can always go ahead and just comment that in the comment section. All right, and I'm going to try my best to create a video on that. So I think that's it guys for this video. Thanks for watching, and bye for now. See you guys in another video.